everyone, I'm Britt from She Who Bakes, and today I'm going to be demonstrating how to bake the perfect flat-topped cupcake. So the first thing that we're going to need is some ingredients, and luckily there are only 6. This is a really easy recipe. So we have 200 grams of unsalted butter, 200 grams of superfine caster sugar, 200 grams of self-raising flour, and 2 tablespoons of plain flour. And you're also going to need 3 large free-range eggs. So the first thing that we're going to do to make our cupcakes is cream together our room temperature softened unsalted butter and our superfine caster sugar. Now, one of the main reasons that the butter has to be room temperature is so that it mixes better into the batter. Now, the worrying thing is that sometimes when you take it out of the fridge, it's too hard. And a lot of people will go straight for the microwave. But don't do that, because if you microwave the butter, it turns to liquid, which just dissolves the sugar. So you don't get a really nice creaming method, which is what we're going to be doing today. So we're going to get my bowl and put in the 200 grams of caster sugar and the 200 grams of unsalted butter, which has got stuck. So I'm going to use a spoon to get it out. There we go. Perfect. Get that all in. Like so. It doesn't matter if we get our hands dirty. So we're going to put this into our mixer. We're going to start it off at a very low speed. And slowly. So once you cream together the unsalted butter and the caster sugar, you should have the consistency that looks a bit like mashed potato, but that's perfect. Stay with me on this one. And then the next thing we're going to put in is our eggs. Now, I've already cracked the eggs into a bowl, because this way you can determine if you get any bits of shell in it or if the eggs have gone bad. It's much better to do it at this stage than already in the mix. And for those of you paying attention at home will notice I said 6 ingredients and I only listed 5. The 6th ingredient is the vanilla extract, and I've already mixed this into the eggs. We're then going to pour this into the bowl, and this goes into our mixer again to be whisked up for another couple of minutes. Once you've mixed together your butter, eggs, sugar and vanilla, what you'll have will kind of look a bit like scrambled egg. I've heard it said in some recipe books that you put in a tablespoon of flour with each egg to stop the mixture from curdling, but I'll let you in on a little secret. The mixture's not actually curdled. The only reason it looks like that is because the fat-coated cells of the butter and the yolk can't handle that much liquid without going into too much science, basically. So once you've got it out, what we're going to be doing now is sifting in our flour. So our self-raising flour and our plain flour. Now, sifting the flour is really important because not only does it aerate the mixture, but you wouldn't want to eat a lump of flour. So it just makes sure there's no lumps and it's all nice and smooth. So we're going to make it snow. Pour this into here. And sift it in. See, there are a few lumps. We can just pat this down. And then your plain flour as well. And that now goes back with our mixer for another few minutes. And you want it on a slow speed, because if you put it on a high speed with that much flour in, it's going to look like Christmas. Right, now that our mixture's ready, we need to get it in the tin so we can get them baked. 3 of the biggest questions I get asked on my Facebook page are what size case to use, what sort of tin to use, and how to get the mixture into the cases. And hopefully I'll answer those for you now. When it comes to cupcake cases, there are so many on the market of different shapes and sizes, but the ones I like to use and the ones I'll be using today are the large American style ones. And look, they match my nails, it's baked. So once you've lined your tin, it needs to be a deep cupcake tin. And the sort of tin you should be using is one with deep cavities for the cupcake cases. Now, this will ensure that the heat is evenly distributed and that the cakes are evenly baked, and that helps for the nice flat top that we're after. Some people at home will have one of these. Now, I really don't recommend using these for cupcakes because if you put your case in, it's not really giving it much support, so you won't have a really nice shape to it. Don't get me wrong, I like a Yorkshire pudding and that's what these are great for, but not so much for cupcakes. There are lots of different ways that you can put your mixture into your cupcake cases. Some people use the 2 spoons method, some like to use an ice cream scoop, but I prefer to pipe mine in. I feel I have more control over it, and it also makes sure that it's nice and even and you get the same amount into it. So if you haven't ever piped your mixture into your cases, give it a go. So now we're ready to pipe our mixture into our cases. You're going to need a piping bag and obviously some scissors, otherwise the mixture's not coming out anyway. And we're going to put our mixture. We're going to fill our piping bag with the cake mixture. Now, a lot of people, their cupcake mixture is a bit too runny, and that's why as well you don't get the great shape. If you look, mine's quite thick. So then we're going to snip the end off and start to pipe. So with 2 hands, one at the top holding the top of the bag to make sure that the mixture doesn't come out the top, and the other holding the bottom of the bag. So you have complete control over your piping. We're going to pipe 3/4 full. So this way it's less messy and there's less washing up. So just to recap, we've made up our mixture and piped them into our cases, which is in our lovely deep cupcake tin. And now what we're going to do is bake them at 140 degrees Celsius for 20 to 25 minutes or until they're golden brown. I love these ovens. So it's been 25 minutes and the cupcakes look nice and golden brown, so it's time to take them out of the oven. Oh, perfect. And that flat top is exactly what we've been after. So I'll put that down there. So thank you so much for joining me today and watching my video. I hope you've learned lots of new techniques on how to bake the perfect flat-topped cupcake. Make sure to join me next time in my new series of videos where I'll be showing you how to ice the perfect swirl. So make sure to like me on Facebook, follow me on Twitter and press that subscribe button, and I'll see you next time.